Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. The love is in the air, right?
Well, Gabriel, love may be in the air now, but 2000 years ago, what was in the air were? With bleached and gold skin?
Wait, what? That doesn't sound romantic at all.
Exactly. Most people think this holiday is just about flowers and cards, but its origin is actually a mix of rebel priest, a cruel emperor, and very strange pagan ritual called Lupercali.
Was it a marketing strategy, a religious takeover, or a true act of rebellion?
Get ready because the real story is much bloodier than a box of chocolates.
The dark origin of Valentine's Day. February 14 is all about chocolates, rose, and earth shapes pillows. But the origin of this date is actually a brutal clash between a religious priest, a ruthless emperor, and one of the strangest pagan festivals in history. Did you know that long before love cards existed, it was normal on that day to see priests running through Rome without clothes, hugging women with strips of goat skin? Stay with me, because modern romance is only a cover that hides centuries of lewd and fertility rituals. The rebellious priest and the cruel emperor. Let's go back to the year 217 AD. Emperor Claudius II, better known as the Cruel, had a problem. His soldiers did not want to go to war because they did not want to leave their families. His solution: no families. He banned marriage for soldiers. But a doctor and priest named Valentine believed that the empire could not control the heart. He began secretly marrying clubs in the catacombs of Rome. Of course, he was discovered he was between a heaven, and guess what day happened February 14. Lupercalia, blood and fertility. But why the story does not head there? Valentine gave his life for love, but the celebration did not become romantic until about 200 years later. This is where Lupercalia comes in. Between February 13 and 15, the Romans celebrated Lupercus, the god of fertility. The ritual was intense and almost like something from an horror movie. Priests called it Luperci, sacrificed goats and dogs in a cave. Then they marked their foreheads with the animal's blood and wearing only small pieces of clothing made from the skins, or something nothing at all. They ran took the streets of Rome. They carried strips of goat skin called febra. This is where the name February comes from, and like hate woman they midway, because people believe it will make them more fertile and reduce pain during childbirth. It was wild, chaotic, and very popular. People truly loved this festival.
The rebuilding of the church by the year 496, the church had a problem. The problem loved this Lupercalia and did not want to let it go. So Pope Gelasius I applied the strategy that the church used with almost everything pagan. Rebranding, they did exactly the same as with the Saturnales. Those December holidays where everything was excesses and chaos, and they transformed it into Christmas and the Day of the Holy Innocents to Christianize the day. We're practical the same thing happened with Valentine's Day. They banned Watsky's lashes, grabbed the same what did that the same that took centuries early and said. From now on, this is no longer a bloody party. It is the day of Christmas love. And centuries later, we exchange it for flowers and chocolates. The conclusion currently Valentine's Day is many things, but not religious. In the end, Valentine's Day is the remain of how power tries to shape of traditions, customs,